So my humble pranam to all dignitaries and one and all present here. Today's presentation will focus on connecting Raga music pedagogy with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, where I have taken Pandit Sanjay Bandyopadhyay's pedagogy as a case study. You give me 3 months of dedication and I shall prepare you for the university job. These words from Pandit Sanjay Bandyopadhyay marked a turning point in my journey, reigniting a lost sense of purpose. So these words from Pandit Sanjay Bandyopadhyay marked a turning point in my journey, reigniting a lost sense of purpose and determination. Restarting my career after 16 long years and failures in securing a position in a higher education institute seemed nearly impossible. However, I regained my courage with his unwavering guidance and belief in my potential. PSP's mentorship worked like magic, transforming not only my academic trajectory but also the lives of numerous students under his tutelage. An acclaimed anthropologist, Professor Kotra R. Mohan, once commented in my presence that PSP is Paraspathar. Who he touches turns into gold. He boosts the morale of aspiring scholars and musicians, uplifts their spirits, and inspires them to rediscover themselves with new verve to reach unclaimed heights. It was 5th October 2018 at Indore, a day that would mark the beginning of my return, though I didn't know it then. After 16 long years, I gathered every ounce of courage to face my Guruji once again. 16 years, long enough for dreams to fade, for ambition to dissolve into despair. Once a determined, high-achieving girl, I had become a shadow of myself, burdened by self-doubt and invisible scars. My confidence was totally shattered, and I felt like a relic. The day before his performance at the Radio Sangeet Sammelan, I went to his hotel. My hands trembled as I touched his feet in reverence. He looked at me, those bright eyes filled with warmth. "Oh, Pragya," he said, his voice carrying both affection and recognition. "How are you doing?" I hesitated and then poured my heart out. He listened, he understood, and then in his steady, unwavering voice, he simply said, "Bring your sitar the day after tomorrow. Let's see what we can do." I did as he said. I played, he listened, and when he finally spoke, his words were gentle yet firm. "You're good." Looking back, I know now, he wasn't just assessing my music. He was giving me a lifeline, a way to rebuild the confidence I had lost. Then came his advice, simple yet profound. Come to Kolkata or to Sikkim. Give it everything you have. Start your climb towards zenith. That conversation became my first step towards reclaiming myself. And 3 months later, I found myself in Gangtok, taking small but determined steps towards transformation. Learning under PSP's guidance was unlike anything I had ever imagined. His home became my sanctuary, his lessons my foundation. From dawn to dusk, I immersed myself in music, absorbing not just ragas and compositions, but the deeper rhythm of his life. Guruji's mentorship extended beyond music, touching every facet of my being. Our days were filled with rigorous training, deep discussions, and unwavering focus on professional growth. He was meticulous about every detail, how I dressed, how I stood, how I moved, how I met someone's gaze. Even the rhythm of my breathing mattered. Preparing for the university job or interviews under his guidance was more than rehearsing answers. It was an exercise in self-transformation. He made me stand before a mirror, correcting the subtlest gestures, ensuring my expressions. He trained me not just to speak, but to command presence. His attention to detail extended to personal grooming as well. I vividly remember him accompanying me to Lenskart, helping me select frames that complemented my personality, or thoughtfully discussing my attire for interviews. What seemed trivial at first soon made sense. Every element, no matter how small, contributed to a person's overall presence and professional demeanor. But this journey is not just my story. It is the story of many disciples who have trained under PSB, each experiencing their own transformation through his pedagogy. His teaching philosophy raises a larger question. What makes his pedagogy truly effective? And how does a guru's methodology impact not just musical skills, but a student's professional and personal development? So, to explore these questions beyond personal experience, my study adopts a structured academic approach. Let's now delve into the methodology. As a disciple, I closely experienced Pandit Sanjay Bandyopadhyay's pedagogy, leading me to adopt a qualitative research design combining autoethnography, participatory observation, and thematic analysis. Autoethnography allowed deep personal reflection, while participatory observations helped capture his impact on other students. Open-ended interviews with PSB and his disciples provided diverse insights into his teaching philosophy. Thematically analyzing these narratives, I identified key pedagogical patterns that extend beyond individual experiences. This study therefore moves beyond personal reflection, systematically exploring how Pandit Sanjay Bandyopadhyay's mentorship transforms students artistically, personally, professionally, and contributing to a broader discourse on Hindustani music education and sustainable learning. So here are the findings of my study. These findings can be categorized into 4 major strategies. These strategies are represented in pink color: student-centric approach, focused skill development, emphasizing improvisation over memorization, and holistic growth. These 4 strategies follow certain method or methodology. So these methods are represented in yellow color. These are teaching aligned with students' objectives, retaining focus on 1 or 2 key areas of skill development at a time, enhancing power of spontaneous music creation, and connecting musical knowledge with professional development. And these methods lead to the impacts on the students. Those are represented in green color. These impacts are personalized and goal-driven outputs, enhanced understanding and execution quality, developed real-time creativity and stress-free music creation, and better placement and musical arena. And now comes the critical question: how does his pedagogy align with sustainable development goals? So I have connected it with 4 sustainable development goals. The thematic analysis provided with 11 components. You can see 11 components here. These components are represented in yellow color. They are categorized further into 4 categories. The first group incorporates personalized and improvisation-based learning, active listening, self-monitoring, and technical and conceptual mastery, which comes under SDG 4, quality education. The second group components, career-oriented training and financial stability, professional readiness and industry skills, encouraging financial independence, connects to SDG 8, which is decent work and economic growth. His mentorship assures that students acquire skills needed to build sustainable careers. Importantly, instead of offering direct financial help, he empowers his students to earn their livelihood with dignity. I would like to share an incident told by Pandit Kushal Das, who was discontinued attending PSB's class due to financial difficulties. Concerned about his absence, PSB tracked him down despite the lack of telecommunication facilities in 1970s. Upon learning about why he stopped the classes, PSB immediately arranged him to teach junior students, enabling him to continue his training without any financial hindrance. Another notable example is how he guided a struggling student, Novanil Bhattacharya, towards a successful award-winning career in sound engineering, when a career in performance seemed uncertain. This reflects that PSB is very keen to recognize individual potential and direct students towards sustainable career paths, reinforcing the objectives of Sustainable Development Goals number 8. Equal learning opportunities and inclusivity, mentorship beyond musical excellence, and gender equality leads to SDG 10. In the field of Hindustani classical music, inequality often exists due to gender bias, socio-economical backgrounds, and access to quality training. PSB's pedagogy actively challenges these barriers. He has played a crucial role in empowering female instrumentalists, a field traditionally dominated by male musicians. Disciples like Rajrupa Chaudhary and Troili Datta have flourished under his guidance, proving that talent, not social privilege, defines success. And last but not the least, has two components: collaborative learning and knowledge exchange, global networking and music outreach, which connects to SDG 17, partnership for the goals. His mentorship does not exist in isolation. He actively connects his students with a larger network of musicians, scholars, and industry professionals. Most importantly, it is the mentor-disciple partnership which he establishes with all the students to achieve their goals. And I am also one of the examples. So in conclusion, we can conclude that PSB's teaching is not just about preserving and disseminating Hindustani raga music, but it is a model for sustainable and inclusive education, and which also clearly connects with SDG 4, 8, 10 and 17. Thank you for your time.